Ford has EcoBoost, the new GM trucks have EcoTech, and now Ram has EcoDiesel. It's the latest advanced powertrain technology to come out of the big three and give shoppers what they want. In this case, that's better fuel efficiency and every gearhead's favorite thing, way more torque.
That torque comes from this new EcoDiesel engine from Italy that's found its way onto the Ram 1500's option list. Order it and you get 3 liters, 1 turbocharger, 240 horsepower, and 420 pounds of torque. That's more than the Hemi V8 that most Canadians choose under the hood of their Ram trucks. And remember that torque is the all-important number for towing, which this machine can do to the tune of over 9,000 pounds. And all of that without having to sever your favorite appendage when it comes time to fill up, since diesel engines are very fuel efficient relative to their power output. So what you're getting here is torque on par with a massive V8 and a massively reduced fuel bill. More on that later. After all, the new diesel engine is far from all the Ram 1500 has going for it these days. In back, a cargo bed with divider and clever, lockable, drainable, side-mounted storage boxes can be used for tools, camping supplies, gear, ice, or beverages for the cottage. One pal of mine said the flat surface inside the Ram box would be a great place to change a baby. Thankfully, he doesn't have one. Up front, well, Ram's recently updated cabin is a very nice place to be, especially in a top dog model like this tester. You'll find upscale materials tossed around, a gorgeous instrument cluster with fully customizable digital display, built-in trailer brake controller, a household power outlet to keep your stuff juiced on the go, push-button start, remote start for when it's cold, and multimedia inputs all around. There are automatic lights, wipers, and even high beams too. Plus the steering wheel is heated, and so are the seats, which are also air-conditioned. Catching my drift, this thing has, well, everything. If you like gadgets, goodies, and features, you'll just love it. Especially the central command interface, which is fast-acting, quick to respond, and puts navigation, phone, climate, entertainment, and other controls all at the tips of your fingers. Best part is, none of this stuff is complicated to use. After about 2 minutes, you'll feel like you're piloting a 4-wheel drive spaceship like a pro. There's storage galore too, bins, compartments, 2 glove boxes, and a massive dual-tier center console that's handy with enough room to swallow any of your gear. Just make sure it's latched properly before opening it.
There are other handy touches too, like what they've done back here with this rear seat area. Now, if it's people that you're hauling, you've got room for days back here, but it's flexible and versatile too, so you can flip these seats up. That's nothing special, but if you want, you open these little flaps on this thing, and you've got yourself a flat surface for cargo or your favorite pet or whatever. Another neat touch that I like is underneath the floor here, there are these removable bins. So if you've got something gross to bring along for the ride, you can put it in here and just hose this out after with some soap and water if you like. End of the day, this is really, really flexible. It should be no problem for anyone to keep organized on the go in this thing.
If you're loading some heavy cargo or maybe a mobility-challenged passenger, you can work the Ram's air suspension from the remote, lowering the truck's body down a few inches to make life easier. From on board, you can raise the suspension up a few inches too from off-road clearance, or watch the screen indicate that the system has reached aerodynamic ride height mode at highway speeds to help save gas. That aerodynamic ride height and the new 8-speed automatic work with the new diesel engine to help save even more fuel. The transmission uses a shift knob, which is not a manly way to change gears at all, though it does tidy up the cabin and use less space. Plus, even though 8 gears means plenty of shifting, it's typically so smooth that you'll never notice it. But 8 gears and the self-lowering airbag suspension aside, this new diesel engine is the latest Ram's most powerful fuel-saving weapon.
So the one question I keep getting asked is, well, how is this diesel engine here? And the answer is, it's just what you'd expect of a modern-day diesel engine. It's really quiet. You don't have to turn it off in the coffee shop drive-thru so they can hear you. It's very smooth. It makes no smell or soot or smoke. In fact, it's pretty much just as smooth and quiet and refined as a comparable gas engine, but with lots more power. And the fuel mileage has been really, really good with it too on top of that. Now the thing is, remember, this engine's not free. In fact, in this tester, it's about a $4,500 option, which means you're gonna have some math to do to see if that extra cost is worth the fuel savings for where and how you drive.
You can figure out the business case for the diesel engine on your own, and I'll give you a glimpse of the real-life fuel economy to help. On my watch, mileage landed at a very impressive 9.3 liters per 100 kilometers during city and highway driving. To compare, that's a good bit better than the 12.3 liters per 100 clicks even in this 6-cylinder 8-speed Ram driven similarly last year, and a landslide better than I logged in a Hemi Ram a few years back, which landed around 17. So take it to mean the diesel technology works. You get more torque than the Hemi and a fuel bill like a compact 4-cylinder SUV. You'll have your own reasons for considering this EcoDiesel engine in your Ram or for not considering it, but shoppers love options, and this is another one for them to check out. Note that on my watch, diesel was about 10 cents a liter cheaper than gas too, though that will vary based on the time of year and where you live. Elsewhere, typical Ram traits, it rides like it looks like it rides, big, heavy, and tough, a little jiggly and bouncy as is typical in most pickups, but overall fairly composed and well sorted on smooth roads. Still, I think I was wishing for a bit smoother ride given the air suspension. Nice commanding forward view, good headlight performance, and the Alpine stereo system is a weapon too. Though it's not a Hemi, this new torque beast diesel engine gets up and goes with authority when you overcome its lazy throttle with a good stomp. So let's sum up this fuel-saving torque monster truck beast. You'll probably love the fuel consumption versus torque output ratio, the styling, the absolute plethora of handy and functional feature touches, the powerful headlights, the powerful stereo, and even the refinement of the big boy powertrain. Complaints were few and far between. Some may wish for a little smoother ride on some surfaces. The fuel cap is curiously flimsy and has no tether, and the $4,500 price for that diesel engine is going to be steep for some. Plus, if you're a fan of a meaty, manly-sounding truck exhaust note, you're not going to find it here. End of the day, here's another worthy alternative for anyone after a fully capable truck that won't empty your wallet at the pumps. And fuel-saving diesel engine or not, for its great interior, many thoughtful touches and handsome looks, I'm calling this one a pickup truck priority test drive.